Welcome to an experiment. I'm doing a new thing. This is going to be a visual log, a vlog of new travels in the United States, which is a country I really haven't visited very much in the last 15 years. And after spending a week on a cruise ship, I felt I needed to see some land. So I'm on the interior in the Basin and Range of Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon. Right now I'm standing in Oregon, but we have come through Nevada on the extraterrestrial highway to Lake Tahoe, which is beautiful this time of year, and then up to there to Crater Lake, which was very cold with lots of snow. Oregon has been lucky this year with lots of snow, and we're in the middle of actually a storm season. And we're now at the Painted Hills outside of Bend. And this is going to be a journey of maybe 2 weeks, who knows, to go up through the Pacific Northwest, go through parts of Montana that I've never visited, come down through the Yellowstone area, which I have visited, and then end up somewhere in Salt Lake City. And I hope you will join us on this journey in a different format than my usual written format. And so here we journey, because of my background in seismology and a little bit of geology, I can't help but look at mountains and say, oh, look at that lava flow, or look at these eroded granite. And I'll probably have to talk about geology a lot because this is the Pacific Northwest, which has wonderfully complicated volcanic activity, and Yellowstone is going to be the high point. And on this trip, my videographer, Natalia, we are pooling our resources. So I will provide some scientific background, and she will be the expert with the camera. Thank you very much, Natalia.
A pleasure. We are traveling together.
Yes.
Yes. And how did you meet me?
Well, you and I met on a bus in Cyprus before the pandemic all started. I haven't seen you for a couple of years, and it's nice to see you again. And let's see where the trail takes us this time.
Yes. I like the sign of alien, like, shh. Nick, where we are?
We're on the extraterrestrial highway, where more UFOs have been seen than any other part of America. And there may be aliens in this area.
Okay, we must find out now.
You are an alien.
Yeah, alien.
Alien Christmas tree.
Yeah. Dobra, Mankare. Actually,
well, yeah, it's black now again.
Yeah.
For a while it was white. Then it changed it back to black. The question is this really the real mailbox? I don't know.
Ah, do you think it's not real?
Well, I don't know. It's pretty official. We were here. We are tourists and big fans of Area 51
from Poland.
All right. What's this? Oh, this is a film canister, a pen, and a can, and more stickers on the inside.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, there we go.
So what is the story of this box?
So the mailman can't go in there because it's off limits to everybody, so he has to bring the mail here. But you see, this is a mailbox with no name, no number, no indication of what it's for.
Yeah.
So it's a secret mailbox. Top secret.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is the famous black mailbox.
The alien there.
Can I get you guys up? For the airport, Area 51.
It's a mine, a silver mine?
No, not silver, not here.
But what kind of mine do you think? Charcoal?
No, tungsten.
What is tungsten?
It's a metal that's used in electric light bulbs.
Ah, okay. It reminds me of Powell Lake.
Powell Lake?
Yeah, you've been there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, there's the rest area. I mean, this is a beautiful rest area. You should turn in here.
You know why I don't want to turn?
Because you're in a hurry.
Yes.
It would just take 1 minute.
So here the casinos? No.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the casinos.
The casinos corridor.
The casino corridor, yeah. Big hotels, all the deals. Come in here and have yourself a great time.
Very touristic.
Yeah. I mean, we've been driving all day and suddenly for the first time we see this sort of thing.
But you see, the spring just begin here.
Yeah, that's right.
Springtime. So I think during the night it's very cold.
Yeah, it is.
Digamos que bárbaro. No, allá en Río ahorita. Si estaban en la mañana, por allá ya estaba el calor.
The 19th century, when there were a lot of people up here looking for gold.
Oh, here was mine, gold mine?
Gold mines, that's right. All of the Sierras are full of gold. And it was a big rush. In fact, the reason that people came out to California the way they did was because they came out to find the gold and get rich.
Mm-hmm.
And thousands of people, invested everything they had to buy, a horse or a ticket or a boat or something to get to California.
Așa arată casa lui Greg. Greg.
They were, let's see, wingspan maybe 3 meters. They were huge. They dwarfed us.
Oh no, they're amazing when you see them, aren't they?
So Greg, can you imagine what I eat and I like in Australia so much? What do you think I enjoyed so much in Australia?
Drink?
Which kind of drink?
Drink?
Okay.
Bundaberg rum is straight.
No, like eat. Which kind of...
Bundaberg rum, yes.
If you've been to Australia, you know those.
no, it's okay for me.
I'm fine. Yeah.
I enjoyed so much kangaroo meat.
What?
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo. Yeah, kangaroo was good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, marinated. Oh my god, so good. What do you see there? Yes, you, my dude. Hi. What do you see there? Big boy. Yeah. What is there? What is there? Is it nice?
Oh, very nice.
Do you think there is still gold here?
Say what?
Gold here? Because you see, it's
gold?
very shiny.
Well, yeah, there are little flecks of gold in all of this. Yeah. And they had sort of a late start. They were behind the other pioneering families who were attempting to make the same overland trip. And for most of the people, they could get from Missouri to California in 4 to 6 months. But the Donner Party was delayed because they tried to take a shortcut.
Sometimes shortcut is not good.
That's right. And they left the established trails, and they crossed, let's see, which Mustangs.
How you know that's wild horses?
There are no fences.
No fences?
No
Oh
fences.
yeah, that's why. Wow, what a car. Expedition car.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, because I spent time in French Polynesia, which would it's
No, okay. This is extraordinary.
I like the neighborhood here.
Okay, it's a nice little neighborhood. I'll show you a little bit.
Okay.
buy 3 houses in Thailand for what?
4 houses.
4 houses, yeah.
On the water.
Yeah.
Also, you have the river here.
For the last time you were here, you went up the Deschutes with a kayak and kayaked.
Did I?
Yeah, and it was Class 3 rapids.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, damn, that guy's adventurous.
Okay. I mean,
Are you videotaping?
Yeah! Did you find yours?
No, there's nothing for me.
'Otago, Otago, yep. So South Island. So you're actually Southern Hemisphere. You're getting a little bit older there.
Yeah, cool.
I love these wines so much. I mean, I was in New Zealand too a couple years ago, and I just fell in love with
I want to go there.
non-Sauvignon Blanc.
We can't get there for you and me. We can't go to like.
Yeah.
Springtime.
Yeah, springtime.
She's taking pictures.
5 minutes is 5 minutes.
5 minutes is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Good.
A steak knife. Mud pie rocks.
Are you gonna cut us some?
No, we're
This is crumble. This is crumble.
This is the rhubarb crumble.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Elen. Thank you, Miles. Bye bye, house. So where we are going now?
Now we're going to go to the Painted Hills,
And after Painted Hills?
to that big rock.
Yes.
The big
Yeah,
rock.
I don't remember the name.
Well, it's in there.
Smith's Rock, I think.
Smith Rock.
Yes.
Yeah. Smith Rock.
And then to
And then
Portland.
And then we're going to Portland.
So Nick, do you like Painted Hills?
This is amazing. This is beautiful. And the chemistry that makes all these colors is fascinating. The red is the iron and the magnesium.
Yes.
And over here, the lavender, that's the calcium, the potassium, and the aluminum. Very nice. And most of these colors are actually the clays that are evolved from the rocks. Very few rocks are actually left.
So there is another information. What water is important here for?
That's right, because it requires the water to break down the rocks and turn it into clay. But the minerals that are in the rocks are in the clay, and that's what gives the clay the colors.
So erosion is very important.
Yeah, erosion was a big factor here.
What did you find interesting there?
Well, this site has on it some of the most challenging climbs in the world. I mean, here's a steep climb, total exposure. It's an overhang. This is one of these towers around here somewhere. Yes, this looks pretty challenging. And this is where climbing techniques developed in the 1980s drove the development of sport climbing in the country. So yeah, this is a very impressive climbing site where Yeah, if you're a serious climber, you're going to want to climb that sandstone over there.
A place to climb.
Great place to climb.
Yeah,
Basalt is wonderful rock to climb on.
Yeah, why?
Well, first, it's very solid, it's very heavy, it stays together, it doesn't break, and it's full of all little holes. You've got holes you can put your fingers in.
Yeah, and we can see it here.
And yes, right there, the heel, and you know you can tap your piton
Yeah.
into those holes. Okay. When basalt cools, it contracts, and when it contracts, it's taking up less space, and it cracks. And the most natural shape for the cooling basalt to take when it cracks is hexagonal shapes. So that's why you see these 120-degree angles here, where it is cracking as it cools. And this jointing, as it's called, this jointing creates what's sort of like a giant crystal. These are sort of not very regular, but there are some places like the Giant's Causeway in Ireland, where these can be very predictable. But this is obviously basalt here.
I think I saw similar in Black Canyon in Colorado.
That's right.
It's a perfect shape of
hexagons.
Yes.
That's right. And you'll see the hexagons in a lot of places where the basalt has had a chance to cool. And, well, we saw it in Koshrai.
Yes.
Because that's what they have, the same kind of basalt. So this is a nice basalt flow here that came to the edge against this massive sandstone.
Oh yeah, but you know we don't have space.
Look at this. I mean, sometimes you get 100, 120, 130 cars, and you count and come 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on going. That's right. And this would have been easy to count.
How much?
105.
Wow!
Here we are getting gasoline.
Yes.
And in most of the parts of America, if you want gasoline, you go to the gas station, you get out, you pump your own gas. There is one state only, Oregon, where you cannot do that. You must have the service of someone come pump your own gas.
True.
And so here's our nice man, he's pumping the gas, because this is Oregon. And this keeps us safe, because then we don't have to get gasoline on us or start fires or cause problems. Thank you very much. Okay, I am now experiencing something I haven't tried before traveling, which is couch surfing. I've done hotels, I've done Airbnb, I've done camping, but I've never done couch surfing before. And this is now my second experience couch surfing. This is my new friend Christian from Chile. He's from Santiago, which means we have lots to talk about.
Yeah.
And just to be able to meet people when you're traveling, this is, after all, the whole point of traveling. I mean, there's geology and there's mountains and there's beaches and all that kind of stuff, but the real stuff is people. And so couch surfing is a great way to get around. And I am impressed. 2 for 2 has been really great in terms of meeting people.
Yeah.
It's really nice to know you. This is fun. Yeah. And if I'm ever back in town, I'm going to come say hello again. This is a natural.
And that's an interesting thing, because the first couch surfer, he's from Australia.
That's right. That's right. The first one was from Australia. And it might be that couch surfers or people who make their homes available are people who understand travel. Yeah. And I mean, you and I have been talking for 5 minutes about passports and going places, and you get it, which is great.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to meet you.
Really nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came, you too,
and
Thank you very much for the last minute request, because it was hard to find someone here in Portland.
Yeah.
And I think also because a lot of people are outside. There is Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. No, I'm glad. I mean, I'm traveling too, so I'm happy
Yeah.
to help and meet new friends
and you
too.
get it.
You know, and
Yeah.
here we are. I'm glad you were in Chile, so
Yeah.
that was nice.
And so I know something about your country. Having
Yeah.
spent 3 months there.
And you were in the terrible time, you know.
I was
they-
there for the
they-
for the terremoto.
del terremoto
Yeah,
del
yeah.
2010.
Yeah,
2010, 2010, so it was,
that's right.
it was
That was
crazy.
pretty crazy.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah, we just
De nada.
In 600 feet, turn right onto Northwest Broadway.
Hey Nick, why Portland is known for?
Well, last year, Portland was in the news a lot because this is where a lot of the big demonstrations were taking place about police brutality, particularly the profiling of white police against black citizens of America. And so George Floyd is one of the more famous incidents of a man, black, who was killed by a policeman, not even with a gun, but with a man basically crushing his neck and making it impossible for him to breathe. And he was well videotaped by people with their phones. It became a big viral YouTube video that everyone watched, and started to change the opinions of people about the police and how they do their business. So we're in downtown Portland, in an area where a lot of the glass windows have now been boarded up, and some of the big public parks have graffiti on them, where people were camping out and protesting night after night here in Portland last year. And these are beautiful city parks that were the site for all these demonstrations that took place. And here we have another.
And because it's Memorial Day, can you talk a little bit about Memorial Day? Because my friends, Romanian, maybe they don't know what is Memorial Day.
Well, Memorial Day is a day or a weekend celebrating all of the United States military people who have been killed or injured in our wars. So World War I, World War II in particular. So this last weekend in May is dedicated to our fallen soldiers. And well, here's one example of fallen soldiers.
Yes.
Although this isn't the first, this is from Guam and from the Philippines, much longer before any of the world wars. But this is a very quiet place to be on Memorial Day weekend. Sunday morning, there's almost no one down here, but it is a rainy, cold day.
What's our next trip? Where we are going to?
So from here, something I've wanted to see for a while is Mount St. Helens. I haven't been here since it erupted in 1980, and so that's our next destination.
Okay, let's go. So we must be a little bit
in the middle
and slowly.
Leaving Portland.
Leaving Portland.
Okay, entering Washington.
And where is the?
Up there, green.
Ah.
Washington.